Greetings guys, Nick here, and welcome to Nick's Breaks. And today I want to talk a little bit about the Lego RIvendell set that just came out. Now, I mostly want to talk about the reasons why this set is actually worth buying on day one, because there seems to be a lot of people that insist that it isn't. Now, of course, this might just be me coping a little bit. A lot of people are having a lot of problem with its price point of $4.99 on release date. And not that that's not a steep price, but a lot of people are saying things like, it has too many small pieces, or not a good price per piece ratio. A lot of people are also saying that it has too many stickers. And I just want to talk a little bit about the misconceptions of the set, as well as some of that information coming out. And mostly, I just want to gawk at this thing. I love it. And I really just want to talk about it. So, let's get right to it. Now, before we start, I do need to make a disclaimer. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. I'm big into Tolkien. The Peter Jackson movies came out when I was very young, and those movies have been part of my life for most of my life. So I'm a little bit biased. I still have some criticisms, some gripes, some little nitpicks here and there with the set, but overall, this is like the Lego Lord of the Rings set of my dreams. At the time that the original theme came out around 2013, I was not into Lego at the time, so I missed out in all of the original sets. I do remember passing by a Lego store back in my hometown and seeing the entire Fellowship just lined up there as minifigures and thinking that was really cool. And I've been wanting this ever since. So this set's kind of a dream set for me. I think having RIvendell be the first set to reintroduce the Lord of the Rings into the Lego family is also a great idea because it does allow us to have the entire Fellowship, who are basically the most iconic characters that we follow throughout the journey. Now let's go back a little bit towards some of those criticisms people are having. Some people are insisting that the set has too many little pieces. And as somebody that's been buying a lot of big sets lately, like the Lion Knight's Castle or some modulars, I honestly disagree. I think that the amount of pieces is pretty good, and while sure there's a lot of little details, I don't really think that's a bad thing. There's also a lot of big pieces too. I mean, you can tell in the tower alone, it uses this massive pieces. It uses a variety of big plates, medium plates. The roof alone uses big to medium-sized plates. This set is not entirely composed of little pieces, so I don't really know where that criticism is coming from, and it's not like that's ever been an issue in other ones. Another big thing that I see a lot of people complaining online a lot is the stickers. How many stickers the set has. I'm not a big fan of stickers. This set's insane with prints. You have 64 of the new tile pieces. It also includes this tiny little printed pieces, specifically made for some of the characters so they can sit down. That's insane. Lego didn't have to go through the trouble of making these things. There's a lot of things just like that I think justify the price. Something that people also don't talk a lot about is the molds. They made new exclusive molds just for the set. We have new molds such as this new plant element that is absolutely beautiful, and I'm sure that we'll see it in more sets. But we also have new exclusive molds, especially for the weapons. There's elvish swords that they use in battle. They also made the iconic sword that Bilbo gives Frodo, Sting. They made a mold for it. They have a mold for Gimli's axes. They have a mold for Boromir's sword, as well for Aragorn's sword. That's crazy to me. And I think that the best new mold, or at least the one that blows my mind up the most, is the Shards of Narsil. They actually went through the trouble to make a new mold just for the Shards of Narsil. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The amount of detail that they put in this thing is absolutely crazy. And as you're building it, every single time that you're assembling it, there's just more and more detail that just flows on through. A thing that people do mention a lot is the 15 figures that the set comes with. It comes with the 9 characters that make up the Fellowship of the Ring, as well as Elrond, Bilbo, and Gloin. I almost forgot his name. It also comes with Arwen, and it also comes with a bunch of other minifigures that serve as statues for the set. There's also one in the back holding Narsil. All the minifigures together add up to 21. That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of minifigures. That's like Death Star level of minifigures. As far as building it, it took us around 1 whole week to build it. Val and I took our time building this whole thing. It was a lot of fun. We actually got to watch all 3 extended cuts of the movie, as well as the theatrical cuts of the movie, as well as every single documentary included on the extended Blu-ray of the movie. So my entire week was full of Lord of the Rings. So is this set worth it? Well, at 30 inches wide, 20 inches deep, 16 inches high, with 6,000 pieces, 21 minifigures, over 61 pieces with prints in them, I would say so. I would say it's pretty darn worth it. I love this set. This might actually be my favorite set. Now let's move on to my nitpicks, because I did say I have some gripes with the set. A few things that I think are quite small, but at the same time, I wish they'd done better. I think the biggest one, it's Arwen. I think that they entirely messed up Arwen. I mean, the likeness is just not there with a new figure. While the dual molded hairpiece is nice and a lovely detail, the hair just doesn't look like hers. It looks like the hair of every other generic elf that's in the set. I actually did spend $28 before the set came out to buy the old figure. I think that the original figure perfectly captured Liv Taylor's likeness in a way that the new figure absolutely fails. Another figure that I'm a little disappointed with is Gandalf the Grey, which is probably the most frustrating one, considering Gandalf is arguably the most iconic character in Tolkien's universe. You can find the old figure for a very cheap online, so I would suggest you go check it out. You can even just buy the head alone. The new figure just doesn't have the bushy eyebrows and those puppy eyes, those very heavy eyelid eyes that Ian McKellen is just so well known for. I think that there is something to say about the new Elrond. A lot of people seem to not like it. I do agree that the new Elrond, especially his hair, considering just the generic elf hair that they gave him, like every other elf in the set, doesn't really look like Hugo Weaving's hair from the movie. But I do think that having the hairband as a print on the head looks a little more elegant. This print I think I do like more than the old ones. So I didn't bother getting the old figure for this one. There is one more thing that while you can fix yourself without purchasing anything extra, I just think it's a crazy oversight from Lego, and that's Sam and Mary's hair. I'm not sure why. The instruction manual will have you put this reddish tint hair on Sam and this more dull mustard yellow on Mary, and that's so strange to me. That's so bizarre because it's technically the same hair piece. Because it is the same hair mold, but the colors, they don't seem right. This genuinely feels like a mistake from Lego. It feels like somebody might have messed up because it looks perfect the other way around. But hey, it's an easy fix, so it's not that big a problem. Other than that, guys, I really can't think of anything else wrong with this set. It just astounds me how far Lego went for this set. It's crazy. It's absolutely fabulous. If you like these movies, or even just the books, I could not recommend it enough. But yeah, not much of a review. I didn't want to go too in depth or too in detail. This is very much impromptu talking about it. I just really wanted to talk a little bit more about this set. We just finished building it last Sunday, and I can't stop thinking about it. I really can't stop staring at this set. It's beautiful. I think it's just simply one of the best deals Lego has put out there recently, considering that it's also a licensed set. They had to pay royalties to Warner Brothers, most likely, and, well, Warner Brothers is not very well known for being charitable, so I'm sure that they had to pay quite a fee for that, quite a big license fee for that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to hit the like button, remember to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and tell me if you want this set. Tell me if you got this set. Tell me how you like building it, and which is the favorite, and which was your favorite part to build. Personally, I had a blast with that gazebo. That gazebo was so fun to build. I was actually thinking about making a video of just breaking down how it was built, because I thought it was brilliant, genuinely brilliant. Some amazing techniques on it. The fact that you can just stake it out and display it somewhere else, just, it's great. Love that gazebo. But for now, farewell, guys. Now for real. Smack.